Hey, what's up everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna tell you a story. As a kid, and I'm talking daycare age, I was considered a bad kid. Like, I had a bit of a reputation to bite, push, and explore into places that I really wasn't supposed to be in. But didn't all kids do that? Apparently not, because it seemed like I was the only one getting in trouble for it. Here's the thing, okay? Most of those events, except for the exploring part, would only happen because of other kids messing with me. I had a good reason to bite little Johnny on his arm, okay? He shouldn't have entered my kumite to begin with. What teachers and daycare caretakers tend to forget sometimes is that being a little kid is a dog-eat-dog world. Hey, Arnold. Joy. Your mom packed pudding for you today. Yeah, she did. Got it here in the bag. How about a trade, Well, I don't know. What you got? 2 of my graham crackers and a cookie for your mom's pudding. What kind of cookie we talking about? Peanut butter cookie, the chewy, soft kind. You got yourself a deal, George. Ah, good man, Arnold. That's why I like you, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you trying to pull here, Arnold? I thought we had trust. I traded you graham crackers and a cookie, and you give me celery sticks, carrots, and ranch. Oh, the disrespect I'm feeling right now, Arnold. Arnie, you know what happens to kids who disrespect me? Boys, the Batman toy. Break it. Kids are ruthless sometimes, and I had to be too, which leads into my story. A young me, around the age of 5 or 6, just starts a new daycare after recently being kicked from a different one. The whole thing was a little weird to me because it seemed like somebody took a big house and a garage and tried to make a daycare facility out of it. Anywho, the kids at this daycare facility had this weird ritual that they would do. Basically, every lunchtime, all the kids would sit there at the table, and a couple kids would get up and start looking into other kids' bags and lunch boxes and just like start taking stuff out of it. It'd be weird to me because the kids there would either 1, cry and get the daycare adult, or 2, join these kids and start taking stuff from different kids. It didn't happen every lunchtime, but it was still really weird to see. I watched their little hands dip into each bag, and all I could think of was, yo, these little kids are probably out here digging in their nose, digging in their booties, and picking up nasty stuff. No, digga, no. Ain't nobody about to reach into my bag and take my food that I brought from home. No, digga, no. Of course, a lot of kids there were used to that system, and I think they expected me to eventually fall into that system and just like follow the rules there that they've set up. Oh, they were so wrong. One day it was lunchtime, and all of us kids were sitting at this long table that's right underneath this big, thick window that you could barely see out of. But I could tell it was cloudy outside. So I'm sitting there, eating my sandwich, just starting to enjoy my lunch, when I see a hand from my peripheral vision inching closer into my space. I stopped in the middle of my sandwich to look at this freaking unwanted presence. It's like slowly entering my space. My eyes follow the arm that's attached to this hand all the way up to this kid with short blonde hair who's standing up, reaching over the little girl next to me and grabbing, like, by this point, grabbing the edge of my bag to see what's in it. And I'm looking him in the eye as he's eyeballing everything in my bag. Everything at this point was in slow motion. And without acknowledging my presence or my serious face of, don't do that, this kid dips his hand into my bag and grabs out my little clear plastic bag of chips, and it just reaches over and just sits down and just grabs them out, looks at him, sits down, and is about to enjoy my chips. Like, this nigga is happy with life right now. And it took me a second to just process everything that just happened. All I could think of in my mind was just, did this kid really just skip over asking me for my permission and reach into my bag and grab my chips? Did this nigga really just do that? So I shoot up to my feet, and I looked this kid in his face with both hands on the table, and his face was just like a pure freaking joy at my freaking chips. I was not happy. And I see this kid, I catch him as he's about to reach into the bag and grab chips. So as fast as I could, whip my arm over and grab my chips and whip them back, and like 2 chips come out anyways. The face this kid makes at me like pisses me off even more, because it was a face of just, hey, why are you ruining my good time? Stealing is bad, all right? Now, give the chips back that I worked so hard for, because your mother packed the chips in your bag and then put them in your lunch bag just so I could take them from you. I looked at this kid in the face, and I did not break eye contact. And in my cute little kid voice at the time, I screamed at him, "Don't take my stuff!" In all honesty, I was expecting this kid to just ignore what I just said and just get up and start reaching into my bag again. So I had my teeth ready, like my jaws were clenched, and I was imagining his arm just reaching across into my bag, and I could just see myself picking out a good spot and just That's what happens when you reach to buy stuff without asking me. But in reality, he kind of just gave me like this weird look, like I'm the weird person, and then just looked away. And then at that point, I sat down, and pushed my chips to the side, and then started eating my sandwich again. So yeah, I didn't bite anyone or push anyone in this story, but you can understand now why I did the things I did when I was a little kid. Later. Every time something fun comes out, somebody has to ruin it. Hey, I don't like your Pokemans. Shut up!